Hi everyone, it's Andy from Hobby Headquarters. Well, I'm going to be taking a few minutes break from building the diorama that I was talking to you about in my last video. And here it is over here in the corner. We're actually letting some stuff dry on it. So it's still in a rough form, and I just threw the tank on there to give it a little scale. But we've got a lot of scenery and stuff that we can start doing very, very soon. So expect the video out on that. But in the meantime, what I thought I would do is I received a bunch of product in the mail today that I thought I would share with you guys today. These companies were kind enough to get us out some samples of their product that me personally, I go on YouTube all the time and I have a bunch of other interests outside of modeling, and I love watching videos like that, especially finding out about products or books or anything like that that I just didn't know about and go, wow, that's really cool, I'd like to get that. So that's what this video is going to be out today. We've got a whole bunch of books from Eagle Editions, some decals from them, some books from Mr. Black publication, as well as a whole bunch of stuff in here from Masterpiece Models. From what I understand, this is a fairly new company, but they have a whole bunch of resin diorama buildings, all kinds of different stuff, and they were kind enough to send us out a bunch of diorama pieces that I'll talk about in a little while. This is our next diorama. After this one gets done right here, I've got the boards and everything ready to go. Our next diorama is inside of this box right here. So I've got quite a bit to share with you guys today, so let's get started on it. Okay, the first book company I want to talk to you guys about is a company called Eagle Editions. And if you're not familiar with them, Eagle Editions has many books on aircraft, as well as they also are a line of very, very high quality decals. And what I thought I would do is kind of go a little bit more in depth on some of their publications. The first ones we're going to look at are this series called Wings of the Black Cross, which is obviously, it's all based on German World War II aircraft. And they have quite a few different volumes out. I believe there's 25 different volumes out on this. And the books range in retail from $20 to $25, but they are just full of very, very interesting photos. In fact, I was looking at this one in particular, just looking at the lines and lines of ME-109s that were sitting around, all destroyed, and unfortunately were probably just, you know, melted down at the end of the war when you look at how few of them are still left today. But inside the book, all kinds of interesting photographs of just, you name it, it's inside here. Now, each one of them will basically dwell on a certain subject. So like we have ones on the Focke-Wulf 190, the ME-262, more on Focke-Wulf 190s. There's one on the Stuka, which this is a great one too, and this is volume 2. So not only is there lots and lots of World War II photos, we also have a lot of get to the back here and show them to you. These, I love the color plates personally, and they look beautiful, and I think those are really, really helpful, especially if you're a new modeler starting off and you look at sometimes some of the instructions, like if you get a Hasegawa or something and everything's in black and white and you're trying to figure out what does this thing actually really look like. So getting color plates inside really can help you quite a bit. And you can see there's all kinds of great photos inside here. I know some of the other ones have some other photo plates in there as well. There we go. So here's some of the, like the late war, the G2 that had the 37mm cannons mounted underneath, flown by Riddell. So some really nice work, and even has some showing the mud and stuff on it. That would actually be pretty cool to do a diorama with that particular airplane. So as you can see, they have, like I said, there's 25 different volumes of this right here, and they have all different types of subject matter. And some of them are written by Jerry Crandall. He's the actual owner of Eagle Editions, and I had the pleasure to meet him a couple weeks ago. He's kind of a legend, shall we say, in the genre of doing books on World War II aircraft, as well as some Western stuff. And then he also has some other series here, these called Eagle Files. And these are under the same edition. Inside here, you're going to get some color footage. and it's kind of like a bigger version of Wings of the Black Cross. Plus you'll get line drawings, and if I'm not mistaken, that looks like that's, yeah, that should be 40A scale, right? Yeah, there it says 40A scale. So you can see the layouts of the different airplanes. And since we're talking about the 109s, Eagle Editions also has a complete line of decals. Now these are two of their newer sets right here, and these are for the BF 109 G6. And inside you'll get usually 4 to 6 different airplanes, I believe. These two particular ones have 4 each. So you have quite a few markings inside there, and they're high quality decals. They're all printed off by Cartograph for them, and some really nice decals. Sometimes the kit decals we get in certain manufacturers are a little thick or hard to work with. These are a good replacement for it. And we'll also just take a quick look at some of the other books that they have in their line. These are Eagles Illustrated. These are World War II fighters, and they'll have some American stuff in here. These books are really nice because there's not history or anything, it's just color plates. So you can go down the line and just see, you know, paint jobs, how they look from different airplanes, from the Mustang to the long-nosed Dora 190, more Mustangs. And to me, I love looking at these because these really give me information on trying to paint the World War II aircraft. And finally, the last couple of things I'm going to show you is they have some beautiful editions of these real thick hardcover books that really go into depth. This is volume 2. I'm going to show you how thick this book is. This book is strictly on the Focke-Wulf 190 Dora. So it is every bit of information you could possibly imagine on the Dora. And just a wonderful, wonderful book. Tons and tons and tons of photos inside here. Color plates, all kinds of information, as you can see in here. And candid shots, too, of, you know, crew standing around on the airplanes. Plus, you've got the red and white striped squadron, which I'll slide that over so you guys can see it a little better. This was a protection squadron for the 262s. When they were taking off, the 262 is kind of a slow airplane when it's taking off, so they could get jumped real easily by Allied aircraft. So they had a squadron of 190s, the long-nosed ones, and they painted them in the red and white stripes here so they didn't get shot by the flak crews on the ground, the German flak crews. But fabulous, fabulous book. And, you know, line drawings, you name it in there. And volume 1 is right now out of print. They do have volume 2 in stock right now, and I'm hoping that they will eventually go back and even print a volume 1 again, because I'd love to get a hold of that to complete the set. And then they make other books as well too. Here's some other hardcover ones just on the 152, and then other ones on American stuff, like on 86 Fighter Group, things like that. So what I'll do is I'm going to put on the bottom down here, as well as in the description, the website. Definitely go check them out. He also has some of Jerry Crandall's limited edition print work on there that you can buy, and absolutely beautiful looking stuff of World War II airplanes flying. Some really, really nice stuff. I would definitely recommend checking out the website. But like I said, I'll put it down here right now, and also it's going to be in the description box. Now we're going to take a look at 2 new issues from Mr. Black Publications. And if you're not familiar with Mr. Black Publications, they are a magazine, or I should say soft cover book, that deals all with figure modeling. But what's really nice about them is not only are they going to show you all the completed figures, but they also have step-by-step guides in here. You can see right here from the bare resin or plastic all the way through the different stages of painting the lips, the eyes, everything. Now, I have been practicing a little bit myself with doing some figure painting using some of these, and I'm still not at the level, we'll say, that we want to make a video out of it. So we'll eventually get to that point that we can do some figure painting. And I still have my friend that is supposed to be coming in to help us out with that. He's just, life has been taken over right now, so we will have that fairly soon down the road. But like I said, if you're not familiar with them, check them out. You can go on MrBlackPublications.com. They are out of Greece, but they ship worldwide their books, and they have quite a few different ones on figure painting, some on dioramas, and very good books. Highly recommend them. And the last thing I want to talk to you guys about is Tamiya Model Magazine, and hopefully you guys are all aware of this magazine. I personally think it's a great one, and it's actually one of the few magazines I actually still read. A lot of great tips and new products, all kinds of stuff in there. Plus, what I really like about it as well, they have build-ups from model shows, things like that. But when they pick a cover piece, like this particular new vehicle coming out from Tamiya, the Type 16, he actually has pictures inside of here of the actual real vehicle that you can use, and then plus the build-up himself. So I would definitely recommend that if you haven't checked out Tamiya Model Magazine, go on to TamiyaModelMagazine.com, and they ship worldwide if you want to get the magazine. And most bookstores, like in the United States, already carry it, so I would definitely recommend picking that one up. And the last thing I want to share with you guys today, this is a company called Masterpiece Models. And they are a company that produce high quality resin products. And in the box we have right here, we have an assortment of 35th scale buildings. Some of them destroyed and some of them intact, which I really love the fact that there you can find some buildings out there that are intact for World War II. Because although it's fun building a destroyed building, not everything in World War II got destroyed. And sometimes you want to do a nice little scene with like a tank going in front of a villa. Well, that's not destroyed yet. Here it is right here. And for example, this is probably the one I'm going to be building up for you. We're definitely going to be building some of these in here for some dioramas down the road. But the very first one will probably be this Southern European villa. Very excited about this one because, like I said, it's not destroyed. And we've got all the big pieces right here. And it's some real thick, high quality resin, so you're not going to have any warpage and stuff, and you can build this nice little building up, put a cobblestone road in front of it, and then just put some really cool vehicles and figures and things on it. You can just see the size of the thing, and like I said, not destroyed. Now inside here they've sent me an assortment. There is a blacksmith shop as well as a mercantile shop, which both of these are from their Wild Wild West series, so they make some other stuff other than just World War II villages. So this is, I live in Arizona, this is what you'd probably have found 100 and something years ago. So these kind of buildings. Plus there is a destroyed Russian factory in the bottom too, which we can build up. It's a base inside of itself. Now, Masterpiece Models, I'm going to put the web address right down here now. Definitely check them out because they've got a lot of unusual, really cool kits. They've got like a 32-inch Nautilus sub from Disney's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. They've got the Moonliner that went from Disneyland, which is actually, I think, is a really cool thing. Looking back at all the old pictures of Disneyland, you see that thing. And this thing's like 42 inches tall. Big, big, beautiful piece. Plus, they have Fat Man and Little Boy, the nuclear bombs from World War II is resin kits. Dinosaurs, all kinds of really, like I said, just cool stuff that you might want to build. So take a look at their website, definitely check them out. We will be building up some of these, that villa first and foremost. As soon as I get done with this other diorama, which you might be able to see in the corner of it still, we will move on to that one over there. So I hope you guys enjoy taking a look at some of these products right here. Like I said, I like watching videos myself on that stuff, finding out stuff that I didn't know about, that may want, may not. But it's always good to know that, hey, there's all kinds of cool things in the world that that you can get and build and just have fun with. So, hey, I want to thank you guys as always for watching, and please stay tuned because we have many, many more videos coming.